Hi and welcome to a new vlog. I'm not in a new car. We haven't got a new car, but I am trying this out. It's a Defender. Hang on, can't remember. I just had to look it up. I couldn't remember what it was. It's a Defender 130. So this is the beast of Defenders. It's the biggest one. It's an 8-seater. It is enormous. I'm not going to bore you with the whole car sagas because it's quite long-winded and exhausting and it's boring for me, so it'd be really boring for you. But Sigh's car is in the garage. It's got a problem with something and they have let us test drive this Land Rover Defender for, I think we've got it for the day. I don't know. It's actually amazing. It's really amazing. I have had tears over my Discovery, which I love. I absolutely love. I've got the old model. I love it. But we are going to need to replace it at some point. So I am trying this out. I have tried the smaller version of this, but actually I felt that it was too small for us as a family. We've got to remember that we do long car journeys. Devon, Scotland, there's 5 dogs, there's 3 children. I'm not always great at travelling light. And then when we do pony stuff, you know, if Coco and I are doing a side saddle thing together, there's 2 side saddles and all the gear. That is a lot of gear. And so I need a car that I can fit it in without things kind of getting damaged. My side saddle habit is very old. My boots are old. My top hat is old and precious. And I don't want it all crammed in with all the horsey stuff. So we do need one big car. And maybe this is it. It is lovely. It is really lovely. I have been taking it around and about. I've even actually... Don't tell Land Rover, but I did put a bicycle in it. I had to go and pick up a bike. Archie was at a friend's yesterday and it was dark, so we didn't let him cycle back, obviously in the dark. So I went to pick him up and then we went back and got the bike today and I managed to get all the seats down. So there's basically 3 seats across the middle here and 3 seats across the middle here and then 2 big seats and quite a spacious bit, and there's loads of leg room. So I quite like it. So we'll see. We will see. I don't think anything's going to happen in a hurry, but interesting to try out this model. I think Si's quite excited about it as well. So we'll see. And we're talking about getting an electric car. So having maybe potentially this and an electric car. And then whoever's doing the kind of long journeys with all the children and animals or whatever will have this. I mean, the thought of trying to park this in London fills me with dread. Whereas my Defender, I can easily, my Discovery, I can easily park in London. I can park anywhere. It's easy. This drives the same, but it is a lot longer, and it's also, I don't know if you can see through there, it's also got the wheel on the back, and so it is going to make it harder to park. So, you know, supermarket car parks, absolutely fine. We have just done that. But reverse parking into a small space, that's not going to happen. But it is lovely, and it doesn't drive like a huge car. It drives really nicely, and I like the thing that it's quite ruggedy. Like it's not smart like a Range Rover. I don't like that. I like it to be a workhorse. It's a sort of utility vehicle, and I can put all of my stuff in for catering jobs, and I can put all of the pony stuff in, and I can put the whole family and have a vehicle that if I was to drive, I don't know, on a beach, I'd be okay. If I was to drive off-road, which actually we do quite a lot of off-road driving, I wouldn't get stuck. So we will see. I will keep you posted. I wasn't going to vlog today, but I thought, you know what? seeing as Land Rover have been terribly kind and let us try this out, I'd give you my opinion, because I know that there are lots of you who are fans of Land Rovers, lots of you that aren't, and I often get questions about my Discovery, which I absolutely love, but it has done a horrific amount of miles. And so far, touch wood, we haven't had any problems with it, but it is coming to a time where we could either keep it and potentially have all the problems that could come our way, or we change it and swap it for something like this. And actually, this may have won my heart and may make me not cry over changing that, because that car is just amazing. I mean, even like the tailgate on that car, you didn't know I was such a petrolhead, did you? The tailgate on that car was so useful when the children were babies. Change their nappy on the tailgate, all sorts of things. The tailgate is just really practical. So for those of you who don't know, the top part opens and then the bottom part opens. This doesn't do that, but the boot space is phenomenal when that second row is forward. Anyway, there's a little bit of a car review for you that you weren't asking for or weren't expecting. Now I've got a day we're going to ride. I'm batch cooking. I just got a friend coming to stay tomorrow, so I've got a few bits and pieces in the house that I need to get ready. I'm making bolognese and then lasagnas, and my soup that I made last week went down so well that I'm going to make another batch of it. It's basically carrot, red peppers, some tomatoes, a jar of like pepper and sun-dried tomatoes, veg stock, blitzed it up, and they loved it. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make another loaf of sourdough because we really enjoyed it. But I popped out yesterday and came back, and Lola had also really enjoyed it and had an upset tummy overnight. And so I said, what did she eat? And I said, that would be the sourdough loaf that she finished off. Naughty, naughty Lola. Anyway, I am going to get in, stop prattling to you, and get cooking. Oh, that car. I think I might be a little bit in love. We're going to see what's going to happen, but it is quite exciting, and we will definitely be going down to one 4x4 car because it's quite ridiculous. We don't need two. Simon actually had, I don't quite know what the word is, trick up his sleeve, plan up his sleeve. He thought that I would like his Discovery. So we've both got Discoveries. He's got the new model, I've got the old model. I don't like the new model. I don't find it very practical, and it just doesn't work for my needs. And I think he hoped that I would have that and then we would get a small electric car. But anyway, watch this space, basically. But I really do like it. I really do like it. And its acceleration was very exciting. I took all the children out in it yesterday, and yeah, anyhow, I've got some exciting things to share with you. So Gus went to see a friend the other side of Sussex, which meant I dropped him there and had a little quick window of opportunity to pop into Lewis, which I love Lewis. And one of my favourite shops in Sussex is in Lewis, and it's called King's Framers. And I got a few bits, which I thought I would share with you quickly. It's just such a lovely shop, and the owner is such a lovely lady. If you need anything reframing, she's your girl. But I will just share with you. Those are some little treats in the cupboard. First up, I got this candle. It's rose. Small batch scented soy candles, hand poured in Lewis, and it is made by Sophie, and it smells just incredible. There are lots of different fragrances, but I really loved this. It's really feminine, it's really pretty, it's not overpowering, it's just gorgeous. I love the packaging. I don't know if you can see that closely, but those are stocked in King's Framers, and I am going to really enjoy that. I think it's actually one for our bathroom, a lovely bubble bath with that lit. Heaven, 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 heaven. And then it's gorgeous tea towel. Not that I need any more tea towels, but I love to sort of serve tea with a pretty tea towel. I love, like, this won't be a drying up tea towel. This is more of a cover a loaf of bread for the B&Bs sort of tea towel. It's just gorgeous. I love those colours. I thought they were really, really pretty. And then I treated myself to one of these. This is actually a Valentine's present to myself. So I've already got one in sort of blue and white, and it's a robe, and it comes in this amazing pouch which you can then use. It's also waterproof. You can then use it as a wash bag, so it doubles up, and I just think that is really, really pretty. Just a gorgeous print, so very pleased with that. And then I popped into another little shop called Closet and Bots, and just got these, which really useful soap dishes with the bit, so your soap doesn't sit in water and go to mush, which is so annoying. They're falcon enamel, and I just thought they were really practical. I like practical things. So those are a few bits that I bought in Lewis. And then I've also, in the post today, received this box of goodies. It's from Oddly Paris, and they got in touch with me and they asked if they could send me some products to try, which is really kind. So these have kindly been gifted to me. With Oddly, simplicity is the key to effortless beauty. Sorry, the washing machine is whirring in the background. And it's a quiet moment, which is why I thought I'd share these with you. All the children are quiet for a sec. So they have sent me the book and a lovely, lovely card and 2 products to try out. I obviously haven't tried these. I will keep you posted and let you know. But this one is the Sublime Balancing Mask. I do love a face mask. So this is the SOS mask, Reveal the True Beauty. It's a clay mask, and it's got alpine rose, calendula, macadamia seeds. So I shall let you know about this. And also the anti-wrinkle serum. So I love the sound of that. I want smoother skin now. Yes, I do. And you know, I go and have my facials with Wendy, which I love. I haven't had, you know, any Botox, any anything, but I am noticing, you know, there are some lines and some wrinkles creeping in. I actually blame wearing a face mask for the eye wrinkles getting 1,000 times worse. During, you know, the time where we had to wear face masks and they were compulsory, I love to smile at people, and if you're wearing a mask and your mouth is covered up, you can't smile with your mouth, obviously. So I was smiling with my eyes, grinning wildly at people and creasing them up madly. So hopefully this helps with that. So I will keep you posted. I have got a batch of bolognese in the Argo, which actually I'm going to take it out now because I think it is about time to come out. It's half term, so it's all go. I think last week I shared with you a cauldron of chilli that I had made, which went down really well. Today it is bolognese, and I'm going to make some of this into lasagna, and the rest I will just portion up as bolognese to go on spaghetti, and I can just take out little tubs. So let's give it a stir, but it's looking pretty good. It's been in there since about 10 o'clock this morning, and it is now 4:30. So I'm actually going to put it back in with the lid off, and it can just reduce a little bit. And then in about an hour, I shall whip up a lasagna, which we shall enjoy this evening. Archer's got a friend from school who has come to stay, and tomorrow we are heading off on like a family day of fun. Simon's idea. I think we're going to Go Ape, the ultimate challenge or something. And because some of the children are under 13, they're each taking a friend. In fact, I'm meeting my cousin there with her daughter. Gus has got a friend, Archer's got a friend, and I've got to join in. So I'm going to be swinging from trees. But actually, I love that stuff, so I'm not disappointed. I'm quite excited. I think I'd be more miffed if I was stuck on the ground watching. So Simon's going to be stuck on the ground watching. He didn't fancy swinging from trees, and I don't blame him. I'm rather relieved that he's not getting involved, that I shall be up there swinging from trees. I absolutely love tree climbing, assault courses, challenges, that kind of thing is completely my bag. I don't know if you know this about me, probably do by now if you've been here for a while, but I love a challenge. I love, I love all of that stuff. I'm a tomboy, basically. And I think since I've been a mum, there's only been a few opportunities for that side to come out. Pre-motherhood, I was more of a tomboy. Obviously, when I've done my crazy boot camps in Spain at Mike's gym in Marbella, which is, I think, it's the biggest assault course and obstacle course possibly in the world. I may be completely wrong saying that, but it is pretty phenomenal. I mean, I just loved it. Absolutely loved it, but I haven't had many opportunities, so I am actually really looking forward to tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to whack this back in the Argo without the lid on, and then I'm going to whiz the hoover around because it desperately needs a hoover, a vacuum, I should say, a vacuum in this house. Dog hair, and the dogs have started bringing in twigs and chewing them, which is really irritating. So that is my mission, but I shall be back with you tomorrow, possibly swinging from a tree. Oh my goodness, I thought I liked things like this, an adrenaline rush, scaring yourself. It's quite high, it's a little bit scary. The heart has been beating dead to the dust, and Gussie's friend needed a pee, and once you're on. Like, you can't get off until you get to the end to pee from the top up here, which is not ideal, but there was no option. Anyway, we are having fun. It is a challenge. We're doing treetop challenge, so mighty high. I've now got to go across there. Anyway, wish me luck.
Hold on to the centre rope with both hands. The centre rope with both hands. Okay?
So I am feeling ever so slightly sick. I think I've had my heart in my mouth for the last, I don't even know how long we've been doing this. I daren't even look at my watch. It's not for the faint-hearted. Oh, Cokes is about to go. No, you can't. No, hang on. Gus is in that direction. Coke is in that direction. That one's fine. I'm about to go on those and then down a zip wire. He's down there, bossing us all around. He's very overexcited because there's a mega zip coming up, a mega zip wire that is coming up in a minute. Anyway, I must stop prattling to you and get myself over that. It's quite a long way down. Don't look down, Charlie, just do it. Well done. Good morning. I look an absolute frightful sight in my mucking out gear. Do you hear the woodpecker? He might go again in a minute. Let's just see. There he goes. I just love that sound. Love that sound. All the birds tweeting. In fact, I was talking to a friend last night and she said, "Where are you?" I said, I'm up in the yard. She said the sound of the birds going to roost. It's just incredible. So lucky to live where we do. Anyway, I haven't vlogged at all over the weekend. I just wanted to make the most of half term and being a present mum as much as I possibly could be. And actually Saturday, so I left you a Go Ape, which was on Friday. Saturday was a busy day. The children all had a friend staying the night, so we had 6 children in the house. Luckily, Papa, we call him Papa, Simon was super helpful. We had a bit of a production line for supper, burgers, homemade burgers. And actually I might share how we do our burgers. And I say homemade, they actually weren't homemade. Bought the burgers. I often make homemade burgers, but I didn't this time. But a couple of the boys that were staying were like, "Wow, these are the best burgers we've ever had," which was really lovely to hear. Anyhow, so that was Saturday. They all left, well, a couple of them left on Sunday morning. One of them, who was staying for half term, him and Archie flew back to school last night, so Simon dropped them at the airport. And then yesterday we were invited to some friends for lunch, which was such a treat. It's so lovely to be invited out for lunch, for Sunday lunch. No cooking. Well, actually, I did take pudding. I made 2 key lime pies because Archie's request for half term was my key lime pie. So I made 2 of those to take because I wanted to make sure there was plenty and nobody went without. And there was lots of leftovers. I like leftovers. I think, like, if you're going to make the effort, make extra and then you can enjoy it. And my children go absolutely wild for key lime pie, which is coming as a how-to if it hasn't already. I've got slightly confused of where I am. So the wonderful Tish, who works for me, is away, and so I've got ahead on quite a lot of stuff apart from my vlogs because I film those in real time for you. So yes, key lime pie has either come or it's about to come. I can't remember, and I'm not going to stop and look it up now. So yes, that was yesterday, and then yesterday evening, Call the Midwife wasn't on because it was the BAFTAs. Silly me, I didn't realise. So I was all excited. I actually had a pile of mending and a bit of name taping to do, and we didn't watch the BAFTAs. We watched Vera instead. So that was, a nice Sunday evening. I'm a bit coldy, and I think it's because I'm just a bit tired and run down. The house looks possibly like it's been burgled or a bomb's gone off. It's bad, but I just thought, don't stress. There are no children at home next week. I mean, obviously there are, but they're at school during the day. So you can just take your time, sort the house out next week, just enjoy being a good mummy, being present. And so we had a very, very happy half term. The horses are all done this morning, and I thought actually while I had my gear on, my boots on, I would just take Lola for a walk because she needs it. The little ones, I'll take them for a walk later, but she just needs a good run. She's got so much energy, that dog. There she is, sniffing around. She might jump in the water in a minute. But I thought, just take her out, have a good run, have a bit of fresh air, do me good. And then I need to go inside, have breakfast. And I don't know whether to shower and then blitz the house, or just blitz the house in my kind of, so just put a polo neck on and my leggings under these, under my waterproof trousers. So I may just put my trainers on and just blitz. I haven't decided. I don't know. I've got emails to do as well. I've got a lot to achieve today. I also want to have a bit of a wardrobe clear out because I noticed the other day I have too many clothes. There's lots of things in there that I haven't worn, and so I might do that. I need to blitz the house first and then do that if I've got enough energy and enough time. Coco's got exams today, she's got mocks, so she's a little bit nervous about those, but she's got cricket after school, and so I've actually got quite a long day, so it could be super productive. We will see, fingers crossed. Anyway, I'm out of breath. I walked up a slight hill and I am really coldy. Hopefully I can shake it off because it's just sort of lingered, which is irritating. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy walking this pup. I have finally had a shower and got dressed for the day. There was a point where I thought, is there any point? But I have done because I've got to go out in public. I need to go to the post office and to run a few errands, and I've got the school run to do later, so I thought I should get out of my workout gear, my horse mucking out gear, and have a shower and get ready. So that is what I have done. But I have been blitzing everywhere. I did put a time lapse on when I was doing a bit of cleaning, but actually I just ended up putting a podcast on and just sort of on a mission. I feel like I've got another day to do blitzing. I don't know, I'm slightly in spring clean mode. I don't know, it feels like the weather actually at the moment is pretty good, but I don't know, after half term wanted to have a bit of a reset. I've washed the throw from one of the sofas, and I've just been tackling. I did do a little bit in my wardrobe. I have taken out all my really wintry jumpers that hopefully I don't need to wear. I haven't packed them away in the attic, but I have put them in a storage bag. They're still in our bedroom, and I have taken out, I've just done one section of my wardrobe, and I just had a quick flick through, and anything that I haven't worn, I've held things up and I've looked at them and I thought, do you know what? You don't bring me joy. It's time to go. So I've got a bag for the charity shop and I've got a bag of things to sell. So that's quite a good feeling. I need to do the rest of it. But I've also got a phone meeting in 15 minutes. So I'm going to do that and then I'm going to pop out to the post office. I've got, which little dog? Oh, this is Penny. Penny's coming to say hi. I thought I'd have a cuppa and chat to you. I have got Penny down here. Oh, I think I can hear Florence. Yes, here she comes. And I've got Tess down here. Oh, here's dear old Tess. And Florence doesn't want to be missed out. You're going to come and say hello to everybody. Here she is. Here she is. I've actually got the door open because it's such a lovely day. I thought the dogs can just sort of come and go as they please. Maud is asleep in front of the fire. She's really getting old, bless her. Her back's okay, but her eyes are going and she's just not up and about as much as the others. She's really a little old lady at the moment, dear Maud. So that's, it's a bit boring today, but you know, we have to have those days, don't we, where we have a bit of a reset. And I think because during half term, so I mentioned earlier that Tish is now away. So for the first few days of half term, I was frantically trying to do bits and pieces before she went. And then for the last part of half term, I actually had a good few days off, which was really lovely, and just enjoyed the children and being with them as much as I possibly could. And I just let the house, I just thought, you know, when you've got 6 children running around, you can't be worrying about vacuuming and doing that sort of stuff. And so the washing is mounted up, everything's mounted up, but it's fine. The laundry is relatively under control, although I think I've just made it 1,000 times worse because my wintry jumpers that like maybe they've been worn once or twice, I like to wash them before I pack everything away. So when it comes out, it's all fresh and ready for the winter season. I was going to say next year, but later this year. So I have got a pile of woolies, actually quite a large pile of woolies that I want to wash. So I should probably do that in the next day or so and get them packed away, because it's not like big polo, chunky polo neck weather. And I'm really hoping that we're through that. You know, we're rapidly heading towards March, which is quite scary, but it's also exciting. As I say, it's quite scary. The members club, which I'm really, really excited about. I know I've talked a bit to you guys about it. Hopefully I haven't bored you, but I am really, really excited about the members club, and there seems to be lots of interest, which is super, super exciting. And I can't wait. Actually, I mean, the year seems to be going quickly, but I can't wait for March. I don't want to wish the last of February away, but I can't wait to get going with the members club on the 1st of March, which is, yes, coming round quickly and really exciting. And I've just got lots of vision for it and lots of ideas where I can go with it. And I know that there are people, you know, it's open to everybody, not just UK based, it's worldwide, and there will be a lot of virtual things. But I am hoping to do some in-person meetups as well. And actually, when we were with our friends yesterday having lunch, he came up with a really good idea, which I'm excited about. So watch this space. And you know, hopefully I will get to travel and meet some of you too. We have got a very, very exciting trip to America planned for the summer, which I'm very, very excited about. We have been planning this trip since the trip has changed quite dramatically. Simon and I were supposed to be going to the Boston Seafood Show in March 2020, and obviously that didn't happen. So we had those flights. Then we planned a trip to Florida with the children, and we had our flights booked for that. That didn't happen because of the C word. And now we've got this trip booked. And so fingers crossed. And it's going to be a bit of a road trip that Sigh has done, but and obviously the children have never done. So that is very, very exciting. Which, yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about it at the moment, but I need to start planning. And actually I was talking to the friend that I was talking to last night, and she said, can I hear the birds? She knows that side of America quite well, and she said, I've got lots of ideas of where you should go and what you should do. And my brother spent quite a lot of time over there as well, and so he's got some ideas, and actually he's coming to stay in a few weeks' time, which I'm really looking forward to, because it's been quite a long time since I have seen him. So that will be fun. And actually Simon will be in America when my brother comes to stay, so actually it'll be quite nice. It will just be me and him, and we can have some quality time together, although he is only here for one night. It's a flying visit, but that is better than nothing. So anyway, I need to prepare for this phone meeting, and then I need to whiz out. I've also discovered that Archie's left a few things at home that I don't think he planned to leave at home, so I need to package those up and post them to him, and get them there as soon as possible. Like, don't tell Sigh, because he'll be really cross with him, but he left his wash bag here. I mean, how can you leave your wash bag behind? I think it's because both of his friends were here when he was packing. I was distracted with something else. Won't bore you with that saga. And I just assumed that he would remember to put his wash bag in his bag. And I've just been into everybody's rooms. I haven't done like a deep clean. I did do a deeper clean in here. I did sort of skirting boards and woodwork and things like that. In the children's rooms, I just had a bit of a zhuzh. Not a deep clean, because there's not time for that today. But yeah, I've done mirrors. I even cleaned a bit of silver, so it's quite a good feeling. And hopefully Sigh comes in this evening and sees that the fairies have been here and the house is more under control than it was when he left this morning. Anyway, must prepare for this meeting. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry about the state of me, but I want to go and tackle the greenhouse because I want to plant some seeds. So I thought there was absolutely no point having a shower and getting glamorous. Actually, I'm just going to grab my cup of what was hot water, but actually now it's cold. I don't feel ill, but I'm a bit bunged up and a little bit croaky, but I feel absolutely fine. But I just thought I'd come on here and chat to you guys because prayers do get answered. So I haven't bored you with this saga. Gus collects Pokemon cards and he's collected them for quite a few years, much to my kind of horror because they're expensive and I just don't like that sort of thing particularly. Anyway, he has got a Pokemon binder and he has collected them for like a long time and his binder was full and it's his absolute pride and joy. Anyway, just at the end of last term, so towards Christmas, he took his Pokemon binder into school, and just as we were pulling into the drive at home at the end of term, he said, "Oh mama, I've left my Pokemon binder at school. But don't worry, I think it's in a safe place. It will be fine." Because it's quite a long journey and I didn't really want to drive all the way back and I thought school wouldn't particularly appreciate that. But in hindsight, I should have emailed the headmaster about it then and there. Although he shouldn't really have had his Pokemon binder at school and he knew that. Anyway, it disappeared. And at the beginning of term, there's been tears. I told Simon that the Pokemon binder had disappeared and Simon had a sleepless night. That's how important this thing is to Gus. And it's just been really, really stressful. Anyway, the headmaster has been so helpful and kind and had everybody searching for it, but it hasn't appeared. And yesterday when I went to pick Gus up from school, I saw the headmaster. I hadn't seen him for a little while, and he said, "We're all going to pray tonight to St. Anthony." St. Anthony is the person that you pray to when things get lost. And so we all agreed that we were going to pray last night to St. Anthony. And do you know what? It has appeared. It has appeared. I mean, it's months later. Everybody's been searching for it since the beginning of January, and it has turned up. And also the other thing that turned out, so Gus lost three things: his school blazer, his a pair of glasses, and his Pokemon binder. And Simon and I were a little bit exasperated about the whole thing, particularly the glasses, horribly expensive, the Pokemon binder, very sentimental, and he's worked on his collection of Pokemon cards for so long. And they've appeared, and I just, it's the power of prayer. Whether you're religious or not, I do think there is definitely something out there. I mean, I am religious. I don't talk a lot about it, but I do believe in the power of prayer. Anyhow, I thought I'd share that with you before going up to the greenhouse. I've been delayed and waylaid. I've been actually trying to get up there for an hour. The phone's rung, various things have happened, and I had that exciting news. Been on the phone to Simon and had a couple of work calls that have come in unexpectedly this morning. So anyway, I'm going to take up. The greenhouse is scary, really scary. It needs some serious attention, and I have got sweet pea seeds that I wanted to sow probably a couple of weeks ago. I personally don't sow mine really early. I have done in the past. Hasn't worked so well. They've all got a bit leggy. I sow them sort of about now, like mid to the end of Feb, I think is kind of when I do them. Everybody has different opinions and different ways of doing it, but I'm going to go and get everything prepped today. I don't think I'm going to get them sown because I like to soak them, which I didn't do last night. I've been kindly given 2 packets of sweet pea seeds, which I'll show you, and I actually bought some more this morning, which is why I wanted to get those In fact, I think they're in my handbag still. I wanted to get those. So I don't know what I've got. It's going to be a bit of potluck today. Not today, this year with the sweet peas, because they've been given to me and I don't want them to go to waste. But I just got those because I thought they were pretty, and then we will see what comes up. I also got some lupin seeds. I haven't had much luck with lupins, and I don't know. I'm going to try growing them from seed. I might also try buy some more established ones and put copper ring around them, because I have just found the slugs have obliterated them in the past, which is very upsetting. But I'm going to give it a go again because I love lupins. I think they're gorgeous, but for some reason the slugs around here love them too, which is rather frustrating. Anyway, I'm going to put my yucky mucking out clothes on and get up in the greenhouse. So these are my fuchsias that I pop in the greenhouse in the winter, and you can see all of this dead I'm chopping off, but there is new growth coming through, which is really exciting. I think it's important to get this chopped off before there's too much new growth, because you want to get rid of the long scraggly. So just as I can see, there's a little bit of life right there. I'm just going to snip above, and there's a whole load of dead leaves in here, which I'm clearing out at the same time. It's always such a worry when you put them in here in the winter, well, in the autumn, and you think, are they going to be okay? But they come back year on year. Mum kept fuchsias going for many years. In fact, there's some down in Devon which are still from our old house, which we left in, gosh, 97, and they've been going since then. And Jim, our wonderful gardener down in Devon, tends to them every year and has kept them going, which is really, really special. Mum was an avid gardener, and I took to gardening actually later on in life. In fact, when I broke my leg and I had pretty much a year housebound, and I suddenly realised that I wanted the garden to look beautiful, but it was going to have to be me that made it look beautiful because there was nobody else to do it. So that's when I got into gardening, which I wish I'd got into it actually while Mum was not very well at that time, and then subsequently died. And I wish I got into it when she was sort of active and I could have learnt lots from her. But hey ho, I'm learning on the go. Sort of trial and error really. And I do read lots and listen to lots of podcasts about gardening and chat to friends, and it's amazing how your interests change. I don't know, you probably can't see, I'll bring you up a bit closer in a minute. You probably can't see the green, which is very exciting. New shoots, spring is beginning to come. Right, those have all had a tidy up. I've got a big thing for the compost. These two here, they're new. I bought them this year, but they had kind of, I don't know if I planted them the wrong way, like a slight angle, but they weren't upright. So anyway, I've just taken them out, given them a really good haircut and straightened them up, and now I'm just going to add in some more fresh compost and give them all a good water before I get on to doing the trays. I've got those out, I'll show you in a minute, for sweet peas. Done, and I will bring you up close and show you the new growth, because I'm beginning to look like a garden gnome. But actually, do you know what? That took a lot less time than I thought it was going to, which is always excellent news. I feel like I need a shed to put all the stuff in and then just make the greenhouse look pretty. I desperately need like a garden shed. I've got like a bit of a hay barn, but I can't put all of compost stuff and these things. I'd love to be able to get out of the greenhouse, so that is something on my dream list. Like, not a potting shed, but a garden shed. Hopefully you can see the signs of new growth, which is very, very exciting. I like that a lot. They're all doing quite well. This one's got quite a lot of life, and I don't know if you can see over there, that's the one I've just straightened up, but that has got some green shoots as well right down here. So I did trim it back quite hard, and fingers crossed it works. Right, I have got my root trainers. I've had these for years. They might be a bit fragile, to be honest, but I'll show you quickly. They're like that, and I think they're great for sweet peas. And although they're plastic, this must be my 4th or 5th year using them, and they've done pretty well. I've got a bag here of seed and cutting compost, super fine grade, and I'm just going to fill as best I can without making too much mess. It's always a messy job. And just fill these up ready for my sweet peas, and then I shall take them inside and we shall prepare the sweet peas, and tomorrow we shall sow them. They're all done and they are ready. I'm just going to give these all a quick water, and then I'm going inside for some lunch, and we will soak the sweet peas ready for tomorrow. I'm really pleased that I've spent a little bit of time up here and it's a bit more under control. It's always a good feeling. Right, the seeds have been soaking overnight, and I'm just going to plant them up. So I've got my 3 trays and my 3 different packets. I've just got a teaspoon, and I'm going to make a little hole and just drop the seed in and then cover it up like so. Now remember that mice like eating seeds, so be very mindful of that. It's terribly upsetting when you've gone to the effort to plant them and you find that something has come in and had a little bit of a feast. So beware. And just get these all sown. All done, and I've just popped the tags back there so I know which is which, so that's a really good job done. I actually watered the soil yesterday, so it's a little bit damp, so I'm not going to water them anymore. So just keep a good eye because you don't want them to dry out. I'm such a nitwit. I forgot to soak the sweet pea seeds, and I told you that we were going to be planting them tomorrow, so I'm just going to insert this bit here. If it's not running like smoothly, that's why. I'm a nitwit. So I've got 3 plates. Yes, I'm just using our dinner plates because it's easiest. I've just fed the dogs, so if you can hear lots of tinkering around, that is why. So 2 bits of kitchen roll, and I'm just going to pour a little bit of water on to to each one. So these are from the lovely Donna, who follows me online, and she really sweetly sent me these seeds, sweet pea seeds. So Donna, these ones are for you, from you to me, but you know what I mean. And she's sweetly written on the packet. So these ones are Donna's sweet peas. These ones are my friend VJ. And I'm going to leave the packets with the relevant one, and then I'll label them up in the greenhouse. So those are from VJ, and then these are the ones that I bought today. And I'm just going to put them all in, because if I have too many, then I share them with my lovely girlfriend who lives up the road. We swap seeds and things. Those ones are looking the biggest. These ones are looking possibly the healthiest, and these are looking pretty tiny wee and pathetic. So we will just see. But there, they are soaked, ready. People again have different opinions of how long you should soak them for, whether you need to soak them or not, but I just pop them on a bit of kitchen roll, damp kitchen roll, and leave them overnight, and then tomorrow we will pop them in and plant them. I'm in from the garden, I've had lunch, I've had a couple of work calls, and now I'm chatting to you. I'm also filming a recipe for a new course that's not coming out till the autumn, but there's loads of reasons why it's not coming out till the autumn, but I know I won't have time to film it before the autumn, and I don't want it to be a mad rush, so I am getting ahead, which is quite exciting. But I thought I'd just share with you what I've ordered. Hopefully. What have I got? In another box. In another box. So I actually only ordered these yesterday, and they've come super quickly. So while I was cleaning the kitchen, I was looking at my fairy liquid bottle and my hand soap, thinking, you're really ugly, what can I do with you? And I bought these. So I've got one for hand soap and one for dish soap, and I just thought, although it's a little bit of a fast decanting, they will look so much prettier left out. And in theory, I would put them under the kitchen sink, so I've got a cupboard under there. However, I don't have time to put them under the kitchen sink and get them out every time I need them, because I'm using them constantly. So I will link these ones down below. That's body wash. So there's a whole load of options. We have got hand soap, dish soap, 2 dish soaps, conditioner, shampoo, and body wash. So actually these would be quite nice over in the B&B. But for now I'm going to put on dish soap. I always slightly struggle putting labels on straight, and then it annoys me when they're wonky. But I think, let me give you a close up. Actually, I think those look pretty good. There were different options. I could have gone for like brown glass. I think they were plastic. The white ones or clear ones. I didn't really want clear ones, so I've gone for these. I don't know how straight that is. It will do. It's got air bubbles. There. So now, to decant them, comes with a little gizmo. I can't believe how quickly they came as well. Super quickly. That goes on there. I mean, that's quite a pretty bottle of hand soap. It's the Jasmine Peach hand wash, but actually I am going to decant it and because I just think it will look smarter. Whereas this in a bottle of fairy liquid doesn't look so smart. You probably do that. I mean, that just looks pretty ugly. I think I've talked to you before about using, actually I think I've talked to my members club about using a more eco-friendly washing up liquid. And I've really tried, but I find a tiny amount of fairy goes a jolly long way, and this is antibacterial, and I just find it gets the grease off, whereas the environmentally friendly washing up liquids, or the more environmentally friendly ones, you have to use quite a lot of them, quite a lot of the product, I find. I don't know, let me know if you've come across a good one, because I'd be really interested to hear, because I'm always trying to make changes to be more eco. However, I do want something that actually works too, and I find if you're having to use a lot of something rather than a jot of this, it's a bit of a false, I was going to say false narrative, but that's not what I'm trying to say. Or a false move. You know what I mean. So anyway, I am thinking that these are just going to look aesthetically prettier. And then actually I can go to Booker, where we have an account. I can buy a huge one of this and decant it into there, and that will be a cost saving. Oh, I put too much in. Let's leave it out the top. I got overexcited. Drat. Really overexcited. Oh, balderdash. Right, I'll sort that out in a minute. But I just think that will look prettier than, oh, that's empty. That's why it plopped off. Put that on there so it doesn't drip. And there we are. That by my sink is going to look a lot nicer than those two. So that's my little purchase of today. I'm going to keep these. I actually think over in the B&B those would be really nice, shampoo and conditioner and hand soap, so I may invest in some more. Oh, and I haven't taken you over to the B&B to show you since it's been decorated. I will have to do that. Right, those in there, and then I have got something else to share with you. So then in here, this is from a brand called Sigh, which is Samantha Cameron's business. And this is quite exciting. They discovered me on TikTok. I've got more followers on TikTok than I do on Instagram now, which I can't quite believe. It's not as scary as it was. I've kind of reframed the negative comments in my head and I'm not bothered by them. Oh, hold that thought, back in a sec. I'm back with you. I can't remember what I was talking about. I think TikTok. I am just not getting upset by the negative comments. Cannot be everybody's cup of tea. There are so many lovely people, a much younger audience. Actually, no, quite a mixture. Quite a mixture, but quite a lot of younger people. And I've had some really, really lovely messages. And anyway, Sigh saw me on there and got in touch and asked if they could send me something, and I have chosen these, which are navy cord wide leg trousers, and I thought that we could go and style them up together. They actually have a wonderful selection of blouses, dresses, things like that. I thought these would be really versatile for me, and there's no point me saying yes, you know, I'd love to work with you, I'd love to collaborate with you, if it's something that I'm not going to wear. And these I can dress up and I can dress down. I can wear them in, you know, everyday life, but I could make them more glam to go up to London or something like that. So I thought these would be really, really practical, because although I love a silk blouse and a beautiful dress, it's, for me, that's an occasion wear. It's not like I'm going to the office, whereas seafoam is perfect if you have, you know, more of an office job, or you just want to have an outfit that's just slightly smarter. I mean, I live, okay, I've got my apron on. I live in jeans and a blouse or a polo neck and a cardi because it's practical, because I can just go dog walking. So I thought that these would be really practical, but pretty and lovely at the same time. So let's go and style them up. So these are the navy trousers, which I really, really like. I like the fact that normally when I wear jeans, I'm wearing skinny jeans. I like the fact that these have, that actually are a slightly wider leg, but not crazy wide. I normally wear low-waisted because I hate things being tight around my tummy, but actually these are very, very comfortable. I've just put my peachy belt on. I just went for the simple mock croc look with just a simple gold buckle, because I think that just looks lovely with them. This Zara blouse hasn't been available online, but I have bought it in store recently. So keep your eyes peeled, because it's really, really pretty, and I think it works well with the trousers. I've just put these shoes, let me bring them up close. These are Pretty loafers from Pretty Ballerina. I've had them for a few years, but I actually like this colour with them because I thought actually it would look quite nice with, because these are their new spring collection. I thought actually it would look quite nice with this if I was going up to London and just wearing flats. Quite a good look. And maybe with one of the hairbands. I don't know whether to go navy, which obviously match the trousers, or to go green. I think you could probably wear either. My hair is doing crazy things at the moment, so I'm enjoying just throwing on a hairband. But I think actually that works quite well. Let me know your thoughts. I've also got these flats, which are from Blue Velvet, and I thought that they would work well too. And then obviously you don't need to wear something big like this. You can just pop a cardigan over the top, or just something over your shoulders. Let me show you those. Can you see? I feel like a horse. And then I thought I would show you with a pair of heels, just to kind of elevate the look. So these are, I'm doing crazy things with my legs. These are just like an olive green suede from Jigsaw, and again, they are quite old. I thought they worked quite well, and maybe actually with a little cropped jacket. Maybe with this one actually. Somebody asked me about this the other day. I bought it at a country fair years ago. I think I was actually pregnant with Coco, but going with a shorter jacket with the trousers actually maybe is more elegant than with the longer one. I quite like that look. And then navy handbag, and I'm good to go. I've just got nowhere to go right now, but actually really fun. And then I thought we could pop a pair of trainers on, because these are Victoria. I tried to find them online because somebody asked me for them. I just bought them in a little boutique, but I quite like them. And then this is a much more dressed down look with the trainers. Actually, I think they work quite well with the trainers. And then I've just put this mustard cardi polo neck, actually it's polo neck, over my shoulders, because I think, well, I love this sort of yellowy mustard colour with navy, I think works quite well. So have a look at Seafin and have a look at their things, because actually these are gorgeous, lovely quality, and I know that they're going to be something in my wardrobe that will last and I will wear for years to come. And I love the fact that you can dress them up, dress them down. I'm just going to show you the last look with a silk blouse and see how they look for going out in the evening. And then an evening look for you. I've just popped on the navy hairband, the same shoes. I have got these navy shoes, which may work better than those. Let's pop. Oh, I've only got one on, and it's difficult for you to see. And I've just changed my necklace. This was my grandmother's pearl necklace, and then I've got this navy wrap. This silk blouse I got, it's from Wise, but actually I bought it pre-loved from Juliana Hill. But actually I think that, again, I know I've got odd shoes on, but that is quite a good look as well for, you know, just going out for dinner with some friends or something like that. Rather, you know, I think actually putting silk on in the evening, definitely not practical during the day for me with all the cooking that I do, but you know, just quite lovely to have a sort of slightly more elevated look. So there we have it. The last thing I'm going to share with you is the B&B. I'm going to take you over there in a mo and show you that before we end this week's vlog, because I didn't show you the finished look last week. Well, was it finished? I think the boys were staying in there last time I chatted to you, so you would not have wanted to see it. But let me know what you think of the various different looks. I'm going to take you over to the B&B in a second, but I suddenly realised upstairs, I was changing back into these clothes, that I wanted your advice. You can't see because the light's not very good, and actually this is a different one, but I've had a real problem with my mascara. I've used for probably the last 4 or 5 years Benefits. They're real, like the bog standard one. They've got a newer version, which is, I don't know, silver and red, but this is just their kind of original one. And suddenly, I don't know if they've changed the formula. I don't think they have, because they haven't advertised it, but it's falling off my eyes and I have black under here. And it's happened, I was recording an episode of my podcast, and I suddenly realised that actually I had just, my mascara just fallen off my eyes. And so for the last few days I've been using a little sample of Bobbi Brown smoky something, which is okay. It's not as voluminous as the other one, but it seems to be staying put. But please, can I have some mascara advice? Can you tell me ones that work, that stay put, that don't fall down your face? Because I bought the new Benefits one and that didn't work at all. It was straight off. But I would love some mascara recommendations from you guys, because I don't think this little sample from Bobbi Brown's going to last that long. And I'm not sure, it's okay, but it's not brilliant. I love the Benefits one, but it's just not staying put anymore, and I don't know why. It's been happening for about a month, and I found myself doing that and wiping under my eyes at quite a few opportunities because I was worried that I had mascara everywhere. Anyway, before it gets dark, I'm going to whiz over to the B&B room with you and we will go and have a look round up there. So here we are, up with the B&B. The light is just beginning to fade, but there are no more cracks. It is clean, it is fresh. Emma's done such a great job. I just need to get that blind fixed. But there were a lot of cracks in the bathroom here, and so it's all fresh and ready for guests. I'm so pleased with how it's looking fresh and clean. There's a breakfast table over there. I have had a quote for the carpet, but it is way over budget. So I think that is on hold at the moment. We will just have to make do. There's a few other little tweaks and changes that I want to make up here, but again, as and when I can. But it's definitely looking a lot better and fresher. And I think, although it was clean, like spotlessly clean, I think if you've got marks on the walls and cracks in the walls and things, it never looks great. Anyway, now it looks good, apart from the carpet. But that's phase 2. Sometimes you just have to be patient and wait, don't you? Anyway, another random assortment for you this week from Swinging in Trees, talking about cars. Bit of fashion, bit of gardening, all sorts. I hope you don't mind my really random vlogs. I enjoy sharing them with you, and I think you enjoy them. Let me know down below. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Sending lots and lots of love, and I will see you again next Friday. Or my how-to. Actually, I've worked out which how-to it was. It's key lime pie that you will have just seen. And next week, I've got something completely and utterly different for you, which involves my daughter. So yeah, tune in for the how-tos as well.